field. A field of battle. I did that last time and you didn't like it, but
that's good. It's fine. Yeah, I like it. I love it. What are we talking about? Flip those words around. It's the Battlefield. The Battlefield franchise has some new updates. So they've completely ended future support for Battlefield 2042 because they're all in working on the new Battlefield game.
I can't believe this game lasted this long.
I'm glad, man.
They went through all the seasons and everything.
I enjoyed it.
So good, man.
Parts that I played,
So the new Battlefield has the biggest team in franchise history working on it. And we are going to speculate what is next for the Battlefield franchise and talk about some of what we know is coming. But in this game, they have Criterion working on it. They have Ripple Effect working on it. They have DICE themselves working on it. They got Motive Studios involved on it. Like, Buddies doing this stuff and working on it. It's
Concord
kind of insane.
2.
Earlier this year, it was reported that the next Battlefield will have a free-to-play Battle Royale mode. So we'll see if that actually happens because they've been talking about that. I mean, they had Firestorm back in the day, but that didn't do so hot. So I don't know if there's a need for it now, but it is what it is. And then Vince Zampella, who is now the head of basically shooters, I think, at Battlefield at the EA space.
A long way.
I know. He is the creator of Call of Duty back in the day.
Okay. Yeah.
And he got pulled over from by EA to here and is working on the Battlefield or overseeing a lot of the Battlefield stuff. And in this, he is the head of Respawn and Group GM for EA Studios organization, which is a very big title.
Yeah. What does that even mean?
Yeah. I have no idea. But in it, they talked about their going back to basics approach for this new game. So he wasn't here during the time of Battlefield 2042's like creation and stuff like that. So he was like, I don't know what their thought was behind the specialists and this, that, whatever. But they were basically talking about how, games like Battlefield 3 and 4 were like kind of the pinnacle of Battlefield where everything was modern and exciting and everything. So they're trying to get back to the core of that. So looking at situations like the specialists, although it was an interesting idea, they realized that just probably is not. They don't want Battlefield to be trying to be a hero shooter, and then they felt that the 128 player maps, although it was a cool idea, was proved unpopular to fans who preferred a more focused experience. So they eventually added 64 player maps to Battlefield 2042, and it sounds like they're now looking for nice, denser, well designed play spaces in the new iteration of Battlefield. They are currently fully testing it, so it is in a state where they are able to play and test it quite a bit. And they're looking earlier next year to launch a public play test session of, well, will probably be many of them to get feedback and stuff on the game.
Okay.
So going back to 64 player maps, going back to the modern setting, going to class-based gameplay, all that sounds great. So very exciting stuff indeed. There will be a campaign again also, and then they're going to have the multiplayer and then whatever that new mode is, which sounds like it might be a battle royale of some kind, and then maybe even something else that they said might be like another interesting thing because they want to build this whole Battlefield universe.
Yeah.
Whatever it is. So,
last time.
Yeah. But there have been some screenshots that have come out. The first one from the investor call is one that I'm showing you guys right now. People that are listening probably can't see it, but it's an overhead shot of a space. So we don't know what it is, but what you are able to kind of glean from this image is it's got some of the Battlefield kind of style to it from like 3 and 4 with like kind of the bleeding colors coming in from the sides. But in particular in here, there's ships in the map. There are helicopters, there are planes, there is a war-torn city, and what looks like wildfires coming in from the eastern side.
Yeah.
So there may be a Levolution kind of aspect.
I can't tell. I think those are helicopters or CV-22s out there.
These guys over here?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too.
Pretty sure they're CV-22s, but it might be helicopters.
Yeah.
Yep.
CV-22s are the ones that are planes that are helicopters and they form. Oh, no, it's most definitely helicopters.
Yeah.
So we know that it's not going to be a WW2 or 1.
Thank gosh.
Yeah.
I appreciate modern time, even futuristic, because you can add all the mods and different things, and I just feel like that makes for a better experience. Even though you could in the Battlefield 1.
That area looks like Alcatraz almost. The fucking little buildings right there.
I think it's
Some people were
Looks like a
saying
European
France,
city.
France or Italy is what I was reading
And
online.
is the ground collapsing right there where all those buildings are at? Right underneath the two T's? You see it? Scroll down.
Oh, I know what you're saying.
No.
No, it's
Well, it's just like rubble,
Rubble.
like kind
Yeah,
of war
it's-
Well,
torn,
no, I meant
bombed
like
out.
towards the hilly part of
Over
that.
here?
Yeah,
Oh.
I thought it was just like.
I think it's just how it
it's
is.
just-
It'd be nice for them to do like a take on World War III again, because wasn't that what Battlefield 4 was about? It's like a
World War
nuke goes
III?
off in France.
Well, possibly. I can't remember exactly.
It was something like that, like
Yeah.
a World War
Yeah.
III potentiality.
It was very.
Threat
It was like
with
10
China
years in the
and-
future or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wildfire's cool. That'll be interesting. If
Yeah.
If that's like a mechanic
Yes.
of some sort.
I love the set piece moments, stuff like that you can see in the background. It just like creates the mood, and it's you're just like I'm ready.
I meant
for
not
it.
even part of a set piece. I meant like part of the
Oh,
gameplay. Like
Well, it being a set piece, and then
yeah,
actually
like
involved.
spreading and
Yeah.
stuff. You know, that'd be cool.
Yeah. No, I mean, because like, I don't know if any. Did you play Operation Firestorm when they brought that out in the Battlefield 5, I think? It was their Battle Royale attempt.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I did.
Because it didn't do well just because
No.
it was too massive and
was
not enough
super
people
clunky.
and very clunky, and it took forever to load into it.
Yeah.
But the mechanic around the circle was really interesting, and it was wildfire circling in on the space. So instead of it being just like a
dang.
big circle, it was like
Battle
legit.
Royale.
Yeah.
Fucking
Yeah.
burn
So I don't
up.
think that's what this is going to be, but I think this is like a nod towards like, because I loved in Battlefield 2042 like all the heavy duty like levolution-y things, but like the tornado and the freaking dust storms and
Yeah.
all that stuff I thought was really cool. So I think that's probably another what this
What
would
if it
be.
was like
Is this what it's going to be called? Just Battlefield?
no. This is just a.
Battlefield.
But who knows? They did the Battlefield 1, which was like the weirdest naming convention ever, where it's like they were at Battlefield 4 and they're like, let's just call it Battlefield 1. I was like, that's weird, but
honestly, it'd be interesting to have a take on like a massive battle where it shrinks, it keeps shrinking, instead of like Fortnite where you have to like load somebody back in through the little respawn van. Like you need your healers to go in there and revive them. So as the circle gets closer, more and more people are dying. So I don't know. Might be interesting.
I don't know.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
I don't know. It looks cool. I mean, the only Battlefield game I played was 2042, so
Oh.
you guys hyped me up on that.
We're sorry.
I mean, it was still fun. I still had a
Yeah, it
good
was
time.
great.
It was still
Yeah.
fun, you know.
Yeah, we had some fun moments.
But I
this
think I would have had better moments with
from the
other one.
game. Or not a screenshot, but like
Most definitely modern
art
time frame.
Yeah, they've already confirmed it's modern,
Okay.
which is good. But I'm trying to get this picture to show up bigger.
What if it's Battlefield World at War? It's also Call of Duty name, I think.
No, that's Call of Duty. Yeah, yep. That was the second Call of Duty, I believe, though, or the first one that Treyarch did.
Yeah.
Why can't I get this stupid thing to open up a new image? Anyway,
That'll be fine. We can see it, Brett.
Yeah.
who knew?
Good enough.
Good enough.
Good enough. Okay, cool. They also mentioned that there could be some Bad Company vibes here as well. So yeah,
Don't tip me with a good time.
that's right. But this one's interesting because this kind of reminds me. There's a screenshot that they also unveil with a low-flying helicopter flying between like streets in some like war-torn town of some kind that looks
Yeah.
like it might be like a Strike at Karkan kind of vibe to me, and I thought that was kind of interesting. So I mean, there could be some potential there, which is cool. There is a leaked information from Tom Anderson, who is some guy on Twitter that always leaks stuff. I don't know who the heck the guy is, but somehow he gets information. But he says that the game's going to launch with 45 weapons, which will be double that of Battlefield 2042 and around 10 multiplayer maps. And it's also expected to feature serious environmental destruction, much like Rainbow Six Siege. And they're hinting at a community event in 2025 to showcase more details, but a full launch is still uncertain. But this says it's more than likely to be released in 2026. Don't do that to me. That's so far away.
It's the only way,
It's
man.
only a year.
That's a long time, bro. I want it next year, not the year after next year. You know what I mean?
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I don't know what you want from me, Brett.
He wants a lot of things.
I want everything. Yeah.
He wants everything.
Yeah, I'm so needy.
Baby.
Da.
Yeah, I like that.
Oh no. Anyway, back to Battlefield. I don't know. Like, I'm curious. I want to think a little bit about what do we want to see from this game? What do y'all want to see?
Well, I don't really know because the only thing I'm used to.
Okay, then forget you. What about you? I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Only thing I'm used to is 2042 Battlefield. You know what I mean?
I'm thinking about other other games beyond
haven't-
Battlefield. You know, like what
beyond
are some
Battlefield?
cool
I mean, I thought
experiences? Think of your like Breakpoint days. You know, is there anything from Breakpoint? You know,
I
that's
thought
big
about
open
replaying
world.
that.
Oh God, no! Don't do that,
Dude, I thought about it. I don't know. I mean, what do you? It's mostly on you guys because you guys are true Battlefield for like fanatics.
Diehards. Yeah, it's good. I don't know. Maybe it is good. I think something that we had talked about when we were thinking about making our own game was to have NPCs on here. And the only other thing that could relate to what that might be like is like Fortnite when you purchase an NPC that does certain things.
Oh,
So maybe there are NPCs in here given, I don't know, you could have it part of the story. They're locked up and you can free them by doing X, Y, or Z. And then you bring them out and like you can find one that's a spotter or one that like heals you. Just like as a support person that goes along with you and your squad. And it's just like, okay, maybe.
I feel like that works better with a battle royale than
Yeah.
I mean, I can see that. I don't.
So here's my comment to that.
Oh boy,
Don't
No.
Fortnite my Battlefield, Austin.
Hey, we came up with that a long time ago. Well, our original idea was that you were in charge of a squad of NPCs and you go into battle and
Right.
let the best
That was cool.
squad win.
Yeah.
But
well, that'd be cool.
yeah, but this is more of like, maybe something a little different. Obviously, you need the running, you need the gunning, you need the close quarters, the big battles, all the aircraft and heavy machinery, artillery are going to be there. Yeah, I think I'll think a little more, but there's one thing.
I think what Call of Duty is doing with their movement, where they can go.
Oh yes,
That would be
Omni
cool.
movement.
The Omni movement. If they are able to do that, that would be fun.
that stuff is insane.
Yeah, it's like super crazy. I would like to see that in this.
Yeah.
A little bit.
I would like a fully destructible environment. Fully destructible.
That
like
too.
by the end of a map, it's just rubble, piles of rubble everywhere.
This is
You climb
leveled
over.
everywhere.
And I want to see like craters in ground.
Yes.
Like if you drop a missile or something, just big ass crater.
That would be
cool.
pretty sick. Yeah.
That's why I was like thinking that building was falling over because you made a like an earthquake in the ground. So
Yeah.
oh, that's what they should have, an earthquake happen. And you see just
Earthquake would be
buildings just
sick.
slowly crumbling and stuff.
That would be great.
That would be wild. You're on top of the building and have to like
or inside the building
freaking-
trying to run out
yeah,
as it collapses.
jump out the window and parachute down.
An
Your
earthquake.
friend flies by and you jump in his helicopter or his airplane. That'd be
sick.
sick. Yeah.
What if they? Sorry, not to interrupt you, but what if there are like mods that you get? Like, what was the game that felt like over time you would get to choose certain mods, like buffs? Like, what if they had that in this game where it's like over time? I'm just thinking like multiplayer wise. Not, I guess it's not really based in Battlefield, but it's like, oh, I have more stamina or I have more health.
Like kill streaks or something? Not really
No,
kill
not even
streaks,
kill
but
streaks. Just like you get to decide between these two buffs, and maybe
Yeah.
you get like a total of 3.
Oh, kind of like
I don't know.
Fragpunk.
No,
actually it
not
sounds
a
like
card.
Fortnite again.
Sounds like Fortnite.
No, you
Remember
don't
when
get
we-
buffs.
No, remember you just had those things that would pop up after a while in the game. You would get pick like one of 2 or
started
3
beating
different
up.
levels
Remember?
or whatever.
I love
And
that
you
mode.
select a upgrade or something. Wasn't that
That
what
was
that
like
was?
multiple seasons.
Yeah, that was
ago.
like. a
Oh
long
yeah, but that was
season ago.
Fortnite.
Yeah, I guess it was Fortnite. But
Fortnite
another
did it.
game did that too. I thought.
Ooh, pizza sounds good.
That's, that's what we want from Battlefield. Pizza delivery.
Yeah,
I want to see pizza fucking coming down.
Want to have that helicopter drop in? You just drop down pizza pie.
No,
right there
no.
for
What I
the
want to see a
squad.
battle happening and a guy on a scooter fucking riding through with pizza.
They had scooters in those games. It was really cool.
that'd be
yeah,
cool.
you just paint it with get a skin that's a pizza
Sorry,
guy.
guys,
Yeah.
I was thinking about food.
I can tell. I can tell.
Hey, speaking of civilians, what if you had like rescue the civilian mode, where you have to like you have armored vehicles, you have to get civilians and put them in to exfil while the other team's trying to advance on you.
That could be cool.
No.
Yeah, I like the push because they were talking. This one article was talking about the return of the operation maps to Battlefield, which I think is really nice because they haven't previously had that in Battlefield 2042. But like Operation Locker, remember that one where you're on the side of a mountain, but you're inside and you're going from point A to point B. And it's kind of like a push at each other from like very linear kind of style, and then Operation Metro, as you probably remember, like in the underground subway or whatever, like those kinds of maps having more of that kind of experience for like the close quarters kind of combat stuff, and then also have your bigger but more focused maps. I'm just excited to see more tight gameplay, but still with the ability to allow planes and helicopters and stuff like that to exist, but not like I do agree. Like when this game first launched, as much as I love the idea of this whole 128 player experience, like that one map, I'm trying to remember the name of it, that had the oil rigs in the snow. Breakout or something like that.
Oh
it's
yeah,
called.
Breakthrough.
No, that was the game mode.
That was game mode. I keep thinking it's called it, but yeah, I know which one.
But yeah, that big huge, like it was so good, but it was so disparate. Like when you're up on the hill, like fighting up in the mountains, and then there was this other fight down here where all the like oil and warehouse canisters were. It's like you were so far from each other that it was really hard for like squad based combat to like do anything. And they eventually fixed the map and Breakaway. That's what it was called. Yeah, they eventually brought things closer together, but it was still very big, and they just did a poor job with like the initial like just vastness of the map layouts. And I'm excited for them to do something like, I mean, I love that one map that they brought out. That was the one that was sent around they had the zombie mode in it. Oh, in
it was like what was it? It was like
domes that you were inside of. Yeah. Like that map was really cool. It was intense, but it was neat to experience.
I don't know. I love the concept of Battlefield. It just seems like you can just go in there and just fucking wreck shit. I didn't feel like
Redacted was the map.
Redacted.
That's a good one.
I mean, I'm excited to see what they come out with, especially because of the poor reviews and stuff like that from the first one. I think they not the first one, from 2042. I think they realized their fan base, what they really want, and I think with this new one they'll deliver full on.
Well, they have such a cool niche here. That's like, I mean, Battle Royale games have kind of, gone into that space of like big open world maps and stuff like that. But I still feel like there aren't really any competitors out there that have succeeded at 32 versus 32 big, huge, large scale warfare, capture the point. Well, they basically took Battlefield, and did that.
Bit.
But
it's unique.
There's not much of that out there, which is really nice. Yeah. So I'm glad there has. I mean, Call of Duty has tried it, but they've never succeeded at it really.
Yeah, because there's so many other games that so many multiple hero shooters, so many extraction shooters, so many just so many of those same type of games with a different like outlook on it. But this one, I can't think of another game that is like this.
I would like Commander mode to come back.
Oh, dude, me too.
What's that one?
So Commander mode used to be I think first introduced Battlefield 3.
It was a gimmick. No, it was 21, 4.
Well, Battlefield 3 was the first one, which came before 4.
Which one?
Yeah, but I think it was Battlefield 4 Commander mode was.
I thought it was in 3 too.
I don't think so.
It wasn't? Okay.
I can look.
Anyway,
what is it?
Anyway. So you have squad-based gameplay inside of Battlefield normally and stuff like that, but one person could join in as a commander, and the commander role basically would give orders to all the different squads. But the cool thing about it was you could do it on your phone, on your iPad. So there was like an iPad app that you could download, and you could even be sitting on your phone from the office and like sit there. It was kind of gimmicky, but there were some nice benefits to it, because like you would basically, you would give orders to different squads, be like, hey, this squad needs to go here, this squad go here. And if they accepted those orders, they would get more points. But you could also drop squad-based buffs and benefits. So like a squad could call and be like, hey, I need, like now in Battlefield 2042, you just press that button, you can like call in like a dog or a rover or like supplies or whatever. Well, you would request from the commander for those supplies, or you could drop in a vehicle for them or whatever, and then help kind of see the overhead map and like operate it and stuff. It was a really neat idea.
Pretty cool, because like even if you're not playing, you can still play. Like if you're taking a trip somewhere and you just want to play on your phone.
It was on iPad too. That's like that was the only way to play it.
Did they have it on? Only on iPad. Yeah. They didn't have it on like a mobile thing.
I think it was on the phone too. But I mean, iPads where it was at for sure.
Division was trying to do that with iPads, because you can fly a drone and help out someone.
Oh, that's interesting.
Do stuff and scan and like.
That's interesting. So this was introduced in Battlefield 2 apparently.
Oh,
and
really?
Then returned to Battlefield 4.
That's right.
Yeah. So it's cool because you could do the scanning feature, so the radar, so everyone can see.
Yeah. Oh, that was really a big thing too. Was the scan feature.
I think that would do well now. Back then, that was probably like A little difficult.
And you could drop in gunships and tomahawk missiles and stuff like that, and you would see where all your team was and stuff.
I wouldn't mind doing that.
It's great. There's just like, the way that the multiplayer was transitioning, like I felt like people would most of that time listen to squad leaders and stuff.
Yeah.
But when it came to like the overall, like there wasn't, I felt like a lot of people just didn't care.
Yeah.
Like they would want things from you, but they wouldn't listen to you. Like, hey, can you hold this position or can you go there? So like if they could work out those kind of kinks where there's like better communication or like even typing, like, hey,
that's cool.
I can't do this or can't do that. Instead of just being like, the automatic auto prompts that you can pick when talking, then
Well, I think there's features now that like they didn't have back then that they should have worked on like enhancing, because like one of the biggest frustrations, the squad side was annoying because like squad members wouldn't listen to your stuff, but then on the flip side, some commanders would just like be commander just for the extra points, because you could still run around and shoot people as a commander, and then you could pull out an in-game experience to then return. Like if you were on your tablet, you were just doing that, right? But if you're in the game, you could be commander and play at the same time. And it was really annoying because like some commanders just wouldn't do shit, and then they would just sit there and just like hold that spot. And I like that in Battlefield 2042 they finally added the ability where if you're not doing shit for 60 seconds or however long, they kick you out and give it somebody else. And I hope they keep that going forward.
Well, I kind of wish there was an option where you can either choose to be a commander or not. You know what I mean? Like have a setting, because I don't want to be a commander. I don't. I want to go in there. I want to like.
That eventually happened.
Commander wasn't required, so like you didn't have to have a team with a commander in the game.
But I feel fucking obligated whenever it's propping the thing up.
Oh, you mean a squad leader?
Squad leader.
Yeah.
I don't want to be a squad leader. I want something in there saying,
you should
"Hey,
be able to give it up."
You should be able to give it up.
I guess.
But it takes so like I'm already in the game. I can't fucking like say no. I wish there was like a quick button and be like, or have something set up in the beginning. I don't ever want to be this guy, or I always want to be this guy. Make sure I'm that guy. But fucking Battlefield's fun. I can play it for like a couple hours and have like a good time with it.
I just want to install Battlefield 4 and play it. It looks so good.
I honestly want to also reinstall Battlefield 1 and kind of go back to see that, because I've been seeing like video like Battlefield 1 is like Battlefield 4 is like fucking amazing, and so is 3 and stuff like that. But seeing like Battlefield 1 still to this day, how amazing it looks.
I had fun with Battlefield 1.
Yeah, and I feel like I didn't fall in love with it as much as like some of the other ones.
I just got tired of the guns.
It's just like, it's beautiful. Like they did such a good job with some of the
full graphics. I feel like it looks better.
It looks good.
When this game came
It
out,
could look better.
let me see when this is.
Kind of upset that I didn't get into this game whenever it was like big. But I wasn't very big into it, like multiplayer first person shooters.
Yeah,
like
I
this.
was like, you're in the story, right? Action adventure.
Yeah. But since meeting you guys, I've been like toying around with it.
You've been playing a lot.
Yeah,
Remember we could ride a horse in Battlefield?
Oh, that's fucking cool.
That was so funny.
Jeez.
That was one of the vehicles. Yeah.
I feel like the gameplay was fair here, even though I felt like we got owned a lot.
Didn't we play something similar to this in Battlefield 2042? Wasn't it in Battlefield Portals or whatever?
Yes.
Maybe.
I was having fun with that.
See, Battlefield Portal's another one that like I wish they did a better job with that. 'Cause I feel like they didn't support it as much as they could have, and I think there was so much potential there. Like if they would have remade like all of the Battlefield 3 and 4 maps into Battlefield Portal and added the ability for people to actually like mod shit inside of it, I think they would have had a huge winner on their hands. And they just kind of like didn't fully support that the way they should have. And
No, not at all.
I think with this new
bummed.
Battlefield, I'm probably going to get it on PC. So
definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
that's where it's at, man. That's where the magic happens, you know?
I mean, if they just go classic Battlefield, I have all the faith that the gameplay and the gunplay will be fun. They can do interesting things with mods and unlocks and stuff. But I think it's just the small details, like I mentioned, like little things like that could make a big difference in the end and overall over time. But I don't know. I think they should just add a battle royale to it and make it its own mode. I think people.
Well, that's what they're doing. That's what we were talking about. Yeah.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
okay.
So that's gonna be part of the new Battlefield. Supposedly, is like they're doing maybe a free to play like a Warzone kind of effect.
Okay.
So Ripple Effect is the team that's doing that.
Wow, that map is fucking huge.
If they add the specialists to that, I think they'll be doing good.
Yeah.
This looks cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this is
these are
maps
great.
like this were like really immersed. This is 8 years ago.
It looks good.
Yeah.
All right, we'll download it. I'll play this again.
My EA Pro subscription expired though. I'm really sad about it. Actually, no, I think I bought it.
I think you bought this,
yeah.
bro.
That was back in the time I didn't buy it. Yeah, because I don't own about 2042 anymore because my subscription expired and it makes me sad.
Oh, thank God.
Well, now I kind of want to play 2042.
Oh man, I'll buy it. I'll re-download it. Yeah.
But you could probably buy it really cheap on
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
on Steam. So
Yep. So exciting stuff though for Battlefield. Definitely a game that's got a soft spot in my heart. Been playing this since 2003. So I've been playing the Battlefield franchise for 21 years. Kind of insane. I also at one point want them to like bring back Battlefield Vietnam. Did y'all ever play that? I know you didn't play it. Did you ever play a Battlefield Vietnam, Austin? Oh man,
Is that what it was
that shit was
called?
good. Yeah. It was set. So they had 1942, which was their first like World War II one.
Yeah.
And then instead of doing another World War II game, they pivoted and went to Vietnam. And it had such a good soundtrack. It had all these cool like 60 songs. And you would fly around in Huey helicopters, and they'd have like really tight like wooded, and it was amazing for its time because this was like 2004, 2005 when this game came out. But it was like really wooded terrain that you were like getting all into in the jungles and stuff, and it was such a good
they
game.
do with all Vietnam movies.
yeah, I know. Which one
Yeah,
Welcome
good shit.
to the jungle.
Yeah, I
Welcome
thought
to
it was
the
Welcome
Jungle.
to the Jungle. It's not that. It's not that.
right.
But still, it will fit.
Yeah. Man, Battlefield's still $60 on Steam. That's crazy.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
All right, we got to turn it off for your copyright strike. But that was the song that they played in Battlefield Vietnam.
Dude, that song gets me
Yeah.
so pumped.
So good.
They played on Mafia 3 a lot, and I
Yes.
fucking love it so much.
Yes.
Oh shit. It's good.
Yeah.
So anyway, Battlefield, everybody, coming out in playtest next year. So we'll see how it does. Really exciting for the new game, and hopefully they don't fuck it up because they really gotta redeem themselves. They gotta drop 24. They gotta drop this new one and not have it broken. That's the big thing.
I think
So,
they got it. I think they got it.
I think they know. I think they know the assignment.
We have Vince Zampella on there, so if he can't do it, no one can.
That's true. He's the guy that brought us not just Call of Duty, but he also is the guy that brought us Titanfall. So and that shit was fire.
I'm confident.
And he brought us Apex Legends, which you can't complain. I mean, that was
true.
a fantastic game.
It was.
So
We don't play anymore though.
yeah. So there you have it, folks.
All right, that's it.
Battlefield. Let us know what you want in the comments below.